Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Johnny Berba and I help men to get control over their anxiety so they can live the life that they want. In this video I wanted to share a life lesson with you that I know for a fact it's going to help you, it's going to change your life. It's definitely going to really make you think about your life and about the way that you want to live and the people that you want to be around. And one of the things I've been really thinking about lately and for quite a while is how important it is to not let people bully you and take advantage of you, and that really does connect with not being around negative people. You know, because when I say bully, excuse me, a lot of you are probably immediately thinking about someone physically hitting you. I'm not actually talking about physical bullying or violence, even though that goes on. Maybe I'll do a video about that at some point. I'm talking more about mental and emotional bullying and abuse, which people can do. People can do that just by being negative and toxic, just by someone being very critical towards your dreams, your goals, and things that you're passionate about, things that you enjoy and that make you feel good, or just being around people that are always complaining about their problems. I put that in that same category. So one of the big lessons for me when I started out improving myself was really learning to have stronger personal boundaries, because originally I had certain tendencies where I would let people bully me socially, or I wouldn't speak up, or I'd say yes when really I didn't want to say yes, I wanted to say no, but I was scared about hurting other people's feelings and creating any awkwardness between me and the person. But what I learned from that over time was the pain of not standing up for myself and learning to have stronger boundaries and say no when I meant no, and to actually distance myself from negative people, completely cut them out of my life. The pain became so great that I decided, I just can't do this no more. And that's when I started to have stronger personal boundaries. I had more confidence and self-esteem. And I think a lot of people are scared to admit this to themselves because it makes them feel uncomfortable about their own confidence and identity and so forth. But you learn over time that if you want to be a good person, which I do, and I know a lot of you want to be a good person, it doesn't mean that you can't say no to people. It doesn't mean that you can't value yourself and actually, you know, refuse to be in relationships with negative, toxic people. There's all kinds of toxic relationships going on today. You know, if you're dating a woman that's very negative and doesn't support your vision and your passion and your business or your dream or your hobbies, then you're dating the wrong woman, because that's not right, that's not going to work for you, and she's trying to tell you that your ideas are wrong and make you feel bad about what you're doing. The right woman wouldn't do that, like I've said in my previous YouTube videos about spotting the red flag signs which tell you that you're with the wrong woman. The right woman would be encouraging you, would really connect with what you're doing. Doesn't mean that a woman has to be agreeable about everything, but generally you can connect. She supports you, you support her, you know, likewise. So that's an example. Another example is, you know, being in a social circle with friends that are very negative and not motivated. And when you go towards your dreams, things that you want to do, and you start getting passionate and motivated and having a better attitude towards life, and as my mentor Les Brown would say, creating a larger vision of yourself and people around you, they're very negative and nasty and toxic and critical, and they're constantly sharing their problems with you, which are unconsciously telling you that you're not good enough. You have to be strong and cut them out of your life, because if you don't, they will ruin your life. They will ruin your mental health. They can put you into a mental breakdown. They can actually ruin your finances, ruin every part of your life, your relationships, even ruin your relationship with your family, because the toxic energy is so harmful being around it all the time, and eventually it does take you over, and then you'll think your ideas are silly, you'll have a lot of self-doubt, you won't implement, you won't do good things. You know, if you're around negative people doing bad things, eventually you'll start doing those things. You know, no one is that strong that they can completely be around negative people and it not affect them. That kind of idea that a monk can just sit around fire and people swearing, it's very, very unrealistic. Everyone's got feelings. Eventually, we're all influenced by our environment. So with that said, you've got to do what you do have control of, which is the ability to say no and remove yourself. If you can't remove them, remove yourself from them. When you do that, you immediately, intuitively, your own intelligence, your common sense, the brain between your ears or your head tells you you've made the right decision, and then you'll feel better, your mental health will be better, and then it always happens through luck or through serendipity or through your own decisions in life. You'll meet good people that are not toxic, that are not bullies, that are not abusive, that are not complaining, that are not being victims, that are not dragging you down. They'll be offering you value, you'll be offering them value. It'll just be a genuine, kind relationship. So it's so important, honestly, with building a business, especially building the right relationships, not working with people in business just because you think you can both make money. Because I've seen that happen in business, and people have approached me over the years trying to do that, and I've turned them down. Because yes, okay, great, you might make a lot of money, but what are the consequences for making that money? You're going to be in relationships with people that you don't like, you don't trust, you don't feel good. Eventually, the money, as far as it's not worth it. How you're going to trade your mental health in for money? How much does your mental health cost? I'll ask you guys a question. Let me know in the box below. Mine's priceless. £10 million can't buy your mental health. If your mental health goes, then the money that you've got to spend will have no value for you. So that's a big lesson I learned in business that a lot of people don't understand. They value money so much, they become greedy. They're willing to lower their integrity, sell their soul just to get money. I would rather turn the money down or make less money and work with the right people, create great relationships, or have both. Work with the right people, make a ton of money. Then you can enjoy the money with the right people, right relationships. So there's a big lesson I've learned. And the lesson's parallel. It goes into every area of life. The lessons I've learned with dating women. I've dated really good women, the right women. It's been fantastic. Her life is enhanced through dating me, and my life is enhanced through dating her. In every area, our finances have improved, our happiness, our relationships with our family. We've expanded our horizon, we've travelled to more places, we've done more things, we're treating other people better. I've also been in opposite relationships with women where they're so negative and toxic and abusive and manipulative, and they're dragging me down, they're making me feel like they're making me sick with stress. I'm struggling with my finances. My relationship with my parents has been jeopardised, my relationship with other people. So I've had both sides of the spectrum, and I've understood that a lot of these problems, if I'm being honest, are self-created. In that, yes, these people are wrong and negative, but we choose to be in relationships with them because we don't know how to stand up to ourselves socially. We don't have the confidence to say no if they message us, or no into their face in person. Once you go through the pain, I'm telling you, the pain's the best motivator. People get off their backside when they're in pain. Once I started to go through this pain, I decided no more of this. It's easier to say to someone, I don't want a relationship with you. I'm going to say no, I'm turning them, even though it's a lot of money, it doesn't feel right for me. That's what I say, like, it doesn't feel right for me. It's not personal. Sometimes it is personal. It's better to go for that awkwardness. And even if they got angry, so what? If the person said, what do you mean, this, that, and threatened you, you handle it. It's better to go through confrontation in the short run to live the life that you want in the long run. So, and it's understanding that you don't have to be a bad person to say no to people. You can be a good person. You can make money. You can make a living. You can add value. Think of any successful, good, happy person. They don't tolerate nasty people in their life because they've been through it at some point. You see it, celebrities, they go for a period where they've got all these fake people around them that are hanging on to them, that want money from them, they want to climb the ladder socially. Once they get burnt and the trust gets broken by these people, they start wising up. Some people call it, they have like an awakening, or they grow as a person. That's what happened to me. So you might be at a stage watching this video where that hasn't happened to you yet. You've got the information, you can stop this, prevent this from happening. I know you've got loads of value from this video so far. I'm going to talk more. Excuse me. Like the video. Definitely consider subscribing to my YouTube channel so you can get better control over your anxiety, build your confidence, become fearless, live the life that you want in all areas of life. So these are lessons that have been a blessing. I don't regret going through these lessons because I wouldn't be the person I wouldn't be able to teach these lessons. So have a serious think about who you've got in your life at the moment, or your relationships, and also, obviously, of course, you have to reflect on yourself. You have to question yourself and say, am I treating people right? Am I being honest with people? Am I being abusive? I had to do a lot of, it's a cheesy word, but a lot of soul searching throughout my years of learning and maturing, and I had to make some changes in my own personality, and you'll have to do the same. And if you're a person who can't look at themselves, then you're not going to progress in life. You're going to be too insecure. You're always going to blame others. So of course you take responsibility, but there are certain points where you say, actually, it's not me, it's them. I know it's them because when I'm around them, I feel ill with stress, sick. I don't trust them. I don't feel good around them. When I'm around this person or these people, I trust them, I like them, my life goes better. We have better connections. So let me just ask you a question. The people you're around, do you enjoy talking with them? Is it a good connection, yes or no? If it's no, you're around the wrong people, simple. You've got to get them out of your life. If it's yes, you're with the right people, no problem. So really important about relationship building, in dating, in business, in life, with our family, and especially, of course, with yourself. So these are things that you can control. A lot of it comes down to personal boundaries. Over the years, I've had to say no to more people than the people I've said yes to. Now, of course, on the other side of it, a lot of people, I feel, I went through this, they don't have the confidence to say yes to good people that come into their life. Because a lot of people have got low self-esteem. So if they get a good woman in their life, guys will say no, they're scared of being hurt, or they don't think they deserve it, or in business, or in any kind of relationship. So you have to have the confidence and say, I do value myself, and I will say yes to good relationships because I'm a good person. I'm a person of value, integrity. I've got a good, people would enjoy being around me. So it's knowing your own value. But you can't just say all this stuff. You have to actually live it and practice it and implement it in your life to get the best results. And obviously, if you don't care for this stuff, then that's fine. Then there's no point in you watching this video. Or if you just want entertainment value, because obviously I'm extremely charming and entertaining, then by all means. So these are really important things. And when I work with hundreds of clients over the years on the 6 weeks program, I really got to see where my clients were struggling. And it was exactly what I've been saying in this video. They lacked personal boundaries. They had low self-esteem. They didn't know how to say no to negative people in their life. They didn't know how to say yes to the good things in their life. A lot of clients I work with met beautiful women, a nice woman, and they sabotaged it because of fear of the good and the success, because of listening to negative voices and people around them. And I had to help them with that. So it's really important that you know where you're going wrong. And sometimes clients were not accountable enough of looking at their own bad tendencies, their own flaws in their personality. So you change your flaws, you become a stronger, better person and more of a good person. And then eventually people do start to sense that you won't put up with this type of bullying or abusive subtle manipulation, which it is, it's manipulation. And that's just where some people are at. Some people are at that stage in life, fair enough, they're not looking to improve themselves, they're not thinking to be better, and that's fine. You can't force people to do things that they don't want to do. That's something I've learned as well, not preaching to the choir in the sense of nothing wrong with people want to preach, but if you preach positivity and change to people that don't want it, they just get angry, and that can actually fall into abuse in itself, forcing things on people. So these videos are not forced, of course. People have got a choice to implement this information, but it's been life-changing for me personally and for many clients I've helped. I've helped a lot of clients to make those changes where they've actually grown stronger personal boundaries and they've cut negative people out of life and they've stopped being negative themselves to other people, and then they've obviously attracted positive people, a relationship with women, more clients in their business, a better social circle. And that's what I teach anyway at my Fearless event through all the teaching. So it's an ongoing lesson. I'm going to share more of these life lessons. I call them Johnny Berba's life lessons, so they can impact your life and really help you. So that's the lesson today. That's it. Improving your boundaries. Last thing I'm going to say, if you're asking, well, Johnny, how do we do that? You've done it for a lot of your clients. You've done it for yourself. I'm watching the video now. What's the quickest way? I'd say the quickest first step to improving your boundaries and not allowing anyone to bully you and getting toxic people out of your life and creating the kind of quality relationships you want is a gym routine. Getting into doing strength and training, it strengthens you physically, mentally and emotionally. When you put yourself through that pain and discipline, you earn the right to have good relationships. So when someone comes on and tries to disrespect you or take advantage of you or manipulate you in any kind of way, you say no, you're very strong, you're not going to have it, and they'll just stop. They'll go on and try and do it to someone who they think is a weaker prey, so to speak. So a gym routine, working out regularly. A second one is deciding that you want to be a better person and you want to treat people in a much better way. The third one is finding your goal in your life and your passion and going and doing it. So do those three things there: a fitness routine, work on treating other people better, and find a goal in your life, a vision, a passion, starting a business, whatever it is, rock climbing, podcasting, YouTubing, vlogging, photography, sports, traveling, relationship building, charity. Find what your why is in your life. And once you find it, it will give you a lot of confidence and self-esteem, and it will give you that strength to defend yourself against bullies, manipulative, toxic people, and you'll just cut them out of your life. And you'll be able to read the signs when they're trying to come into your life, and you'll cut them out. You'll protect yourself, right? If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, consider subscribing to my channel. Let me know in the box below if this resonated, it helped you, and let me know specifically one thing I said that really helped you in your life through this video, all right? Remember, become fearless.